up, guys? It's Noelle back with another video. I hope you had an awesome week. Happy New Year. It is a new year. Are you ready for all the new fun opportunities that are going to come this year? And I'm sure most of you, or if not all of you, are going back to school tomorrow. Whether you're in person or you're still online, hopefully you have a great rest of the school year. You did it, you made it halfway through, so that is a blessing in disguise, trust me. Well, today we're still talking about a little bit of the Christmas story, and we are talking about the wise men. Now, we kind of talked about this a few weeks ago, but we are going to talk about it again because it is such a cool story. Our theme for this week is about worshiping God, and our key verse is Psalms 105, and it says, "For the Lord is good and his love endures forever." Jesus deserves our worship, and today we're going to see all kinds of ways that people worship Jesus and how happy they were to do it because of who he is. We come to church and do things to show that we are thankful to God for Jesus too. Those are ways we worship God. We know he'll be faithful to people throughout all time. So I'm going to go ahead and read Matthew 2 verses 2 through 12, and that'll be our story for today. So let's read it. Let's see what these wise men were all about. If you don't remember, and if you do, then see if you remember how the story goes. Let's do it. "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." When King Herod heard this, he was disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. When he had called together all the people's chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them where the Messiah was to be born. "In Bethlehem in Judea," they replied, "for this is what the prophet has written. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod called the Magi secretly and found out from them the exact time the star had appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and search carefully for the child. As soon as you find him, report to me, so that I too may go and worship him." After they had heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen when it rose went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned to their country by another route. See, the wise men, they had followed the star. If you remember a few weeks ago, we saw the Bethlehem star. It was in Jupiter and Saturn aligned, and it became super bright in the sky, so it looks like a super bright star. Well, people believe that that was the same star that the wise men saw several years ago to go find baby Jesus. Now, we don't actually know, obviously, because none of us were alive, but they knew that this was a sign to go follow it and to go find baby Jesus. And even though they went to Herod first, Herod was not a good guy. So they knew that when Herod said that he wanted to find baby Jesus, he actually wanted to kill baby Jesus because he didn't want another king to be in his way. The wise men, because they were wise, knew what Herod was trying to do. So they went a different way back home after they met baby Jesus, so that they didn't tell Herod where he was and he wouldn't be in danger. The wise men knew how precious baby Jesus was and how holy he was and how important he was. So they came and they worshiped him and they gave him these gifts. There are so many ways that we can worship God. There are so many ways we can present some sacrifices to him, and we can give him so much to show him that we love him. Just by going to church, that shows that we're sacrificing our own time to go to him and listen to what he wants us to learn. That way we can grow and be like him. Something else that's important about the wise men's journey is that it was probably very, very long. They didn't have cars or planes or trains or basically anything on wheels like we have today. So they either had to walk or travel by camel or horse or donkey. That took a long time. Even a few miles can take a few hours. Not like today where you can just drive to the store in about 2 minutes and come back, or, it just doesn't take very long usually. But Jesus deserves our worship, and the wise men knew that, so they knew that they had to go on this long journey, no matter how long it took, no matter how treacherous it was, no matter how crazy or dangerous it was. They said, we gotta go see baby Jesus, because that is what we're supposed to do. Jesus is so important. He is the most important part of our lives. And when we have a relationship with him, he'll always love us, take care of us, and forgive us. And the wise men wanted that too. They wanted a relationship with Jesus, so they followed that star to find him. These days, we don't have to follow a star to tell Jesus that we're thankful for him. We can worship Jesus anytime, anywhere. Let's remember that this week, that Jesus deserves our worship, and let's take time to worship him. Whether that's watching our online service, or listening to a few worship songs, or just sitting down and reading your Bible for a little bit. Let's take some time this week to show God how much we love him and how much he truly deserves all of our worship. Remember our key verse this week. It says, "For the Lord is good and his love endures forever." That is in Psalms chapter 100, verse 5. It is a great verse. Write it down, put it somewhere where you'll see it daily, and make sure you just give God all your worship this week. Guys, thank you for tuning in today, and again, hopefully you have an awesome week back at school. You guys can do it. You just have a few more months left, and then you're done, and summer will be here, and you don't have to worry about homework or Zoom classes or whatever it is that you have to do. Guys, have a great week. Enjoy your beautiful Sunday or whatever day you're watching this on, and yeah, just have a great week. We'll see you next time. Bye.